Salute to all the Patreon members, all the subscribers, all the new viewers. I want to thank you guys for your support. It really means a lot to me. So I want to do a series of how to move in Thailand. And I think the first thing that's most important is talking about the visa before. Basically, this is things you need to prepare before you even book a ticket to understand how to move in Thailand. I'm seeing a lot of content creators now. There's like an influx of content creators, especially on TikTok, that's moving over to Bangkok, Thailand, and other places. And, there's always been an interest in traveling or living in Thailand. For those that don't know, my name is Splash, aka Splashway Beats. I've either been living or traveling abroad for the last 17 years. I actually lived in Thailand for 5 years. All right. So I'm here to give insight on how to move in Thailand. First things first thing is important. I'm going to show two different websites. The visa situation. Right now, today is November 30th, 2025. They just came out with a law recently changing, this visa situation that's over in Thailand. And basically, they're not changing anything. This isn't new moving forward. This was an old law that they're re-implementing from back in January 1st, 2018. Okay. I first went to Thailand in 2014. At that time, you could literally just go to Thailand, and as long as you follow the guidelines of your visa, so you showed up on a landed visa, they stamp it for 30 days. And then at the end of the 30 days, you would travel out the country, maybe go to Laos or Cambodia. Then you go back in, you can come back in with another stamp 30 days, or you can go to Laos and they'll give you a 60-day visa. And I would start the process all over. Then 2 months later, you go out the country and get another 2-month visa. Actually, you come in the country with a 2-month visa, then they would extend it for 90 days. Then you go out the country to Laos and then get another 60-day visa, then come back into the country, do your 2 months, get the 30-day extension, then go back out to Laos. So every 90 days you was going to Laos, every 2 months you were going to your local immigration spot to get a 30-day extension. All right. It's a hassle going to Laos. I've done it before. Some people, if they have enough money, they'll just take a flight over there. A lot of people take the bus. All right. And if you have the money, take the plane. Don't take the bus, because I'll leave that for another video. But back in 2018, January 1st, 2018, they was preparing everybody in 2017. They said, hey, we're not going to let you just travel in and out the country anymore. You need a visa. You have to have a purpose for being in this country. All right. And if you travel in and out too much, we're just going to hold you. We're going to hold you at the airport. Then we're going to deport you. And whatever stuff you have in your apartment in that country, you better work something out with the landlord to get it back to you, because you're not going to be able to go there and then come back to the airport and then we deport you. Your stuff is just going to be in that apartment and that's it. And if you can't make rent, then more than likely they probably throw it away. So these are the new visa laws, which, like I said, it's just going back how things were the old ways from 2018. And damn, time has really been flying. All right. So back in 2017, they just said, hey, we're tired of people overstaying their visa. We're tired of people. And then it's like the people that are committing crimes, we're finding out that they're on overstay, and we're sick and tired of that. So what we're going to do is we're putting a stop. Just we're not even going to allow you to pay a daily fee. So at one point in time, if you overstayed for a week, I guess it was like maybe $3 to $6 per day. So once you made your way back to immigration and you took care of your situation, you know, let's say 1 week, uh, that was either $21. I forgot, it was either $3 or $6. So it was either $21 or it's $42, and people would just pay if they have the money, if they were on overstay. There's a lot of people that they've stayed for months, they've overstayed for months, and they just had the money to pay it off as soon as they got to immigration to make sure the paperwork was right. 2018, January 1st, they did away with that. They said no more overstay. If you overstay by 1 day, we're deporting you. We're tired of this, right? And at this time, Thailand, it was really on their high horse. This was before the pandemic. So it was like, hey, man, we got so many foreigners wanting to come here. This is the most visited country in the world. They spending a lot of money when they get here. And, you know, there's other things that I can mention, which I'm not. But, hey, man, we got the money. We got the people. What's it going to hurt us to deport some people or not let people pay the fee for overstay? What's it going to hurt us to, you know, instill more strict laws? Nothing. They're still going to come over here because we know why they're coming over here. They're coming over here in droves. And then January 1st, 2018 hit. They started deporting a lot of people. I've seen people personally that I know or that I knew of. They've gotten deported. They've been banned from the country, traveling in and out too much, right? They just did away with that. So now when you come into the country, you have to have a work visa. You got to have a student visa or an elite visa or business visa. And I'm going to show you the website for that in a minute. You have to have a purpose for being here. You just can't show up as a TikToker, right? Get an apartment and then think you're just going to stay here for 60 days, do your 30-day extension, then go out the country, then come back in and keep doing this years on end. No, that's why certain content creators, you don't hear them or see them on social media anymore, right? Because they didn't do their research, they didn't fact check, they didn't listen to nobody. And I think they got banned from the country. That's why I remember there was this one brother that was on TikTok. He was just like, man, why would I go back to the States? I don't experience no racism here. I feel free. You know, it's just so many problems in the States. There's so much stress in the States. Man, this is where I want to be. I remember him, dark-skinned brother with a bunch of tattoos. I think he had long hair. He had like a split-level apartment. And I used to see him on my algorithm all the time for a couple of months. And after a while, I didn't see him anymore. I forgot his name. Probably because they banned him. They deported him. They said, nah, you're not just going to come in and out, in and out. I don't know what his visa situation was, but I can only assume that's what happened to him. So we're going to update you on some of these laws. Like I said, it's just they're implementing the old laws because during the pandemic, when people couldn't come in, you know, and then when they started allowing people to travel, you know, there was some stipulations. Then when they opened the country back up, it took a while. They were begging for people to come back because, you know, that's pretty much how they thrive economically on tourism. So 30-day visa entry now limited to 2. Border runs have been cut short due to the very recent change in rules regarding overland entry by Thai immigration. Foreigners under the visa exemption list who are entering Thailand via border posts at Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Malaysia without securing a prior visa will now be granted 30-day visa exemption stamped 2 times per calendar year from January 1st to December 31st. So meaning, like, let's say you come into the country. You come into the country with a 60-day visa. You cannot do a 90-day visa. If you're in let's say you're an American, you're a Canadian, you are European, right? Obviously, you know English because you're listening to me. If you're going to an immigration office and they're offering a 90-day visa to go to Thailand, do not pay for it. Thailand doesn't accept 90-day visas, right? So it's your local immigration office. Let's say you're in Baltimore, Maryland. If you go to the Thai embassy in Baltimore and they're offering a 30-day visa, a 60-day visa, and a 90-day visa at different prices, do not pay for the 90-day visa. And that goes for anybody. Only pay for the 60-day visa. If you pay for the 90-day visa, they're going to scratch that out of your passport and they're only going to give you a 60-day visa, right? So I mean, it's probably not that much money, but it's like you could have saved, because that money that you spend extra for a 90-day visa, you can use that in Thailand for food, right? To you, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a whole lot, but it's like, damn, all right, I just missed out on, let's say it's $100 extra or $150 extra. It's like, okay, damn, I missed out on $100, $150. But do you know how much food you could buy with $100 in Thailand? Do you know what you could do with $100 in Thailand? Right? So do not pay for the 90-day visa. Pay for the 60-day visa. When you get to the country, like I said, you'll be able to go to your local immigration office and extend it, which is a hassle, but you can do it. It's going to take half the day. Once you do that, right, then you have 30 more days to stay in the country. Then you can go to Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, Malaysia by way of land one time, come back in with a 60-day visa, do the 30-day extension again. Then you can go back out and to Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, get another 60-day visa, come back in, get a 30-day extension. And after that, you're done. You're done. You cannot fly out and fly back in. Okay. By that time, if you want to stay in Thailand, you have to have either a business visa, a business visa, student visa, elite visa, work permit, something. So let's add that up. 2, 3. So that's 3 months. Go out, come back in. Another 3 months. That's 6 months. Go out, come back in. So in a calendar year, you can only stay in Thailand for 9 months. All right. And that's if they're offering 60-day visa, and when you come back in, they allow it in Thailand. All right. So the longest you can stay on this, with this in a calendar year, you can only do it for 9 months. But let's say you get a 60-day visa in America, and then you go there, get the 30-day extension, and then you go to Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, Malaysia, and they only give you a 30-day visa. And like, hey, we don't give 60-day visas. We can only allow you a 30-day visa, right? So that's 3 months when you come in, then two, that's 7 months. So let's just, on the safe side, 7 to 9 months, right? In a calendar year, you only allow 7 to 9 months in Thailand. Some people, like I've been in the airport because I had a work permit. So I'll go to Singapore, come back, and I look on the side. There's a bunch of people sitting in the hallway, and they're about to get deported. Why? Because they didn't follow this rule. And some people, they try to test this rule, like, I'll be the exception. No, you will not be the exception. According to a spokesperson for the Thai Immigration Bureau, the new regulation was created to encourage foreigners to secure the proper visa in advance from a Royal Thai embassy prior to their arrival. The new rule will also limit the amount of back-to-back visa runs being made by foreigners to extend their stay. So now things are good. The pandemic is long gone. We got the numbers back to normal, how things used to be before the pandemic. Hey, we up now. So what does that mean? What does that mean now? You're going to get the proper visa. And you're not going to stay that long. You're not just going to be able to run in and out, in and out, in and out, because when you stay too long, and then you're not even trying to get a job, because if you're trying to get a job, then you secure a proper visa, right? Now, if you're a businessman, then you need to look for other visas, right? You need to look for other visas. If you're making money online, you need to look for other routes in order to stay here. You need to holler at our business visa department, right? Or if you're making that much money, you need to get an elite visa. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. However, this change only applies to visitors who have not obtained a visa beforehand and are entering from the border by land. Those who arrive at the airport without a prior visa will continue to receive a 30-day stamp up to 6 times per calendar year. Extensions at time migration for the visa extension stamps remain to be 30 days for a fee of 1,900 baht. 1,900 baht, that's around $50 to $60. The only exception of the new regulation will be Malaysian passports holders traveling from Malaysia, as they will continue to receive the 30-day unlimited visa extension stamps. Okay. Malaysian passport holders. They didn't say anything about American. So not you. All right. Those who arrive at the airport without a prior visa will continue to receive a 30-day stamp. Up to 6 times per calendar year. Now, people will read this and say, well, I can get a 30-day stamp 6 times per calendar year. Right, that's 6 months. Right, so you show up to Thailand with no visa on arrival, that is 6 months. But if you do have a visa, 30 days, 60 days, remember there's no 90 days, it's only 7 to 9 months. So if you just show up landed immigrant with no without a visa, like a 60-day, and then extend it for 90. See this right here, right? This, you get a 30-day stamp, then you can extend it, but that still counts as a stamp. You understand? So when you extend your 30-day visa, that still counts as a stamp. They're going to read it. So then you go out the country, you come back in, that's 6 stamps, 6 months. So 6 to 9 months you can only stay in Thailand. Beyond 90 days, a dose of good news awaits tourists. Follow the new regulations set by Thai immigration. Visitors can now come regularly to Thailand without limiting their stay within a total of 90 days in a 6-month period. The restriction has already been abolished, so tourists can now visit Thailand as often as they want, provided that they obtain 30-day visa on arrival at airports, and 15-day visa on arrival if they are traveling via land borders. However, immigration officials still recommend getting visas prior to arrival in Thailand, as they remind visitors. See, people are going to hang their hat on this. And then when they go, and remember, it's land. So it's not by air. So if you fly to Singapore, then that's not land, that's air. All right. I wouldn't hang your hat on this. Some people, they want to turn you around, and then you pull up this website and they show you this. And the immigration officer, what they're going to tell you, I don't give a fuck. You're going back home. I've seen it many, many times. All right. So how can you be in the clear without having issues? Right? How can you be in the clear and not have to worry about going in, going out? This is what you do right here. So on this same website, thaiembassy.com, you can read up on information about Thailand elite visas. Okay. With a period between 5 to 10 or 15 years, with a 20-year package only available via introduction, depending on the chosen package in exchange for a membership fee. All right. So here's the faces of some of the lawyers. Now, the 5-year elite visa, this would be a great membership for content creators, especially over on TikTok, people who make money on the internet, right? What do you call them? Why am I drawing a blank? Digital nomads. right? This is great for digital nomads, or maybe you just have a business back home. It's, or you franchise into a business, it's making money on its own. You get money every single month. You just want to sit back and relax. The cheapest Thailand Elite Visa, the bronze package, I guess this is new, is 650,000 baht. What is 650,000 baht? It's around 18 grand. All right. 650,000 baht to USD. Let me give you an exact. Oh, actually, it's $20,293, so around $20,300. So 20 grand. The cheapest Elite Visa is 20 grand. And can you work on an Elite Visa? I'm wondering if you can work on an Elite Visa. Membership program validity of 5 years. So you can fly in and out of the country for 5 years. You can travel by land, you can travel by air, you can travel by boat. You can come in and out as much as you want on an Elite Visa. All you got to do is show them your membership when you land. Hey, you travel in and out of this country 9 times this year. You're going home. Nah, bitch. I got a bronze package Thai Elite Visa. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Welcome back to Thailand. Thank you. Right? You just do that with no annual fee, no age restriction. Elite members can apply at any age. Application must be submitted before December 31st, 2025. Now, seem like the bronze package, I'm pretty sure to be around in 2026. We'll have to come back to this website to see if the bronze package will be around. But the next package up is the gold package. So there's no deadline for the gold package. Membership program validity of 5 years, provides a 5-year multiple entry visa. It costs 900,000 Thai baht with no annual fees. So 900,000 it's around 27 grand. Yeah, 28 grand. So basically 30,000. Provides a 5-year multiple entry. Provides 20 privilege points per year to redeem lifestyle privileges. No age restrictions. Elite members can apply at any age. So now you get added points on top of it. I wonder, can you work on a gold package? I'm wondering, can you work? So the cheapest one is 20 grand, 28 grand. The platinum package, it costs 1.5 million. I know that's like 45 grand. That's like that's 47,000. All right. It costs 1.5 million Thai baht with no annual fee. Main applicant. It costs 500 Thai baht with no annual fee. Additional applicant. Provides 35 privilege points per year to redeem lifestyle privileges. And I'm pretty sure they could break down where you can spend those points at. All right. The diamond package, 2.5 million. So 2.5, that's 78 grand. Provides 55 privilege points per year to redeem lifestyle privileges. Provides a 5-year multiple entry visa renewable for another 5 years, twice through the 15-year membership duration. So this lasts 15 years. The platinum package lasts 10 years. And the reserve package, it costs 5 million baht. So let's see, 5 million. Man, you're looking at $156,103. So about 160 grand. And right, and it lasts for 20 years. So you can damn near retire off of this. You don't have to check in. And remember, even if you do, let's say you don't get this for a 20-year visa. See, I got to speak to them and ask them. I'm like, okay, under these elite visas, do you have to do a 90-day address update? So when you get like a work permit or a student visa, you have to do a 90-day address update. So 90 days, every 90 days or within those 90 days, you got to go to the immigration office and tell them, hey, I still live at this address. Or I just moved last month. This is my new address. So they're probably going to want to see a copy of your lease agreement. If you didn't move, they're going to ask you, hey, do you still live at this address right here? You say yes. And they'll say, okay, take care. But just to even see an officer, you might have to sit in line for about 2-3 hours, maybe 3 hours. Because let's say you live in Bangkok, you got to go to Chiang Watana, the Chiang Watana immigration office. It's a huge building, right? And what time does it open? I know I used to get there like 5 o'clock in the morning. Let me double check. Chiang Watana immigration. It's called Division 1. Division 1. It opens 8:30 in the morning. I used to get there at 5 in the morning. So they now, at one point in time, people, they just used to bring like a backpack or an item and they used to leave it in line. They used to go and get coffee or breakfast because they got little gift shops and little coffee shops or whatever. It's not the best, but they got like 7-Elevens inside that building. Now you get a ticket with a number. They started doing that, I want to say, around about 2017. They started 2017, 2018, they started giving out numbers, ticket numbers. So you get a number, then once it opens around about 8:30, so around 8 o'clock, the officers will go around and check everybody's number to make sure everybody's in line and in order, right? Then when the doors open up, the doors open up like around about 8. Then you go to your destination. So there's another desk, front desk that you have to go to. They take everybody in line. It's like, okay, what you doing today? Oh, so you're doing a work permit renewal? Go over here. You're doing a student visa renewal? Go over here. You're doing your 90-day address update? You're going over here. So there's different places. Everybody doesn't go to the same place. If you're doing a 90-day, if you get there at 5, you're going to be one of the first ones in line. You might be like number 50 or number 70 at that. But all 70 people, the 69 people in front of you, they might not be doing the address update. Only maybe 5 or 6 people ahead of you are doing the address update. So you're good. Everybody's not going to the same place. So don't worry about the number. But if you get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, let me tell you, they're probably going to tell you there were so many people in front of you that you're just going to have to come back tomorrow. So don't get there. Don't show up at 8. Don't show up at 8:30, 9 o'clock. It opens up at 8:30. Get there at 5. Get there at 4:30. Get there at 4 in the morning if you can. And get your number. Get your ticket. All right. To me, it's not worth it. There are other countries. Dude, this ain't, it doesn't matter if you feel if it's worth it or not. I get where you're coming from. I'm trying to educate the people that's trying to go to Thailand. Don't be a Debbie Downer. Hold on. Don't be a Debbie Downer. Come on now. I get why they charge though, because everybody is literally moving to Thailand. It's crazy. Yeah. Let's. I know, like to me, it's not worth it to go over there neither. But this isn't the video for that. This is to educate the people who's looking for the proper information to be able to go over to Thailand. Come on now. Anyways, so if you are on TikTok and you've already got like a following, you making enough money, right? Save up for this right here, this bronze package. Or and before December 31st. I don't know what they're gonna do with this bronze package in 2026, but if they do away with the bronze package, get the gold. And that's like an extra $8,000. All right, so this is 20, this is 28. But you still have time to pay the 20,000 to get this visa right here. If you just like, hey, I'm not looking to work, I'm not looking to go to school. I just want to be on TikTok making content and getting paid from TikTok. Well, get this right here, or YouTube, whatever. Get this right here. Not even on social media if you already have an online business. Get this right here. You probably don't have to do a 90-day visa. You probably don't have to do a 90-day report. All right, because let me tell you that's not fun doing that 90-day report neither. As soon as you enter in 2026, 2031, that's when you can renew for another bronze package, and maybe they'll allow you to work on an elite visa. So we got to find out. The applicant for the elite visa program must have and maintain and have the following qualifications: hold of a foreign passport, being allowed to stay in Thailand in accordance with the immigration laws, which means the applicant has no overstay record in Thailand. So if you have an overstay record, they're not going to let you get it. Not being sentenced to a judgment to imprisonment in any country except for an offense committed to negligence, not having been adjudicated bankrupt, not having been declared as a person of unsound mind. So crazy as cat shit. You know what? Most of you brothers, most black men and black women on TikTok, you probably ain't even gonna qualify for this shit. This shit right here, not having been declared as a person of unsound mind, incompetence, or quasi incompetence. Nah. So all you brothers and sisters out there on TikTok in Thailand, forget about the elites visa. This ain't for you because you don't even qualify because of this shit right here. Right? The applicant the applicant for the Thailand Elite Privilege Card membership and the Thai Elite Visa may take 1 to 3 months. So you just don't get it right away. It takes a while. All right, but if they allow you to work, this is a good. So let's say you make the minimum amount of money. I guess in 5 years, how much would that be? 100 grand? Yeah. All right, bro, I'm listening though. Yeah. So this is an alternative that'll be in your best interest, so you don't get kicked out of the country. All right. Most of y'all just like, hey man, I moved over here. What do you do for work? I don't do anything. I don't work. You don't work in Thailand? No. Are you a student? No. Do you know you're on the verge of getting kicked out? No, I'm not. I could just go by land, go in and out forever. All right, God bless. Just sit back and eat your popcorn and watch the show. All right. I've seen it. I've done it. I've sat back and pulled out my popcorn and I watched the show. I've seen people really get fucked over because they didn't want to listen. And I loved every minute of it. The suffering, the pain and suffering of them being in Laos or Cambodia, right, trying to get back into the country and their money is running out. After I done told them, don't you take your ass to Singapore. Don't you take your ass to Thailand or Hong Kong or Japan for a little getaway joy trip, knowing that you're supposed to be getting your B visa in Laos and Cambodia, because that's not how it's done. Like, let's say you're getting your work permit. You don't fly. Oh, well, there's a Thai visa. There's a Thai immigration spot over in Taiwan, and this is where we want to visit to. So we'll just kill two birds with one stone. That's not how it goes. Thailand, they have some sort of political deal with Lao where those who need to get a work permit or to renew certain permits, they have, or maybe a marriage permit or whatever, they have to go to Laos. You got to kick back that money over into their economy. That's why they want you to go over there. You don't just go wherever the fuck you want. Hey, yeah, I'm in Tokyo, Japan. I'm gonna go to the Thai immigration spot. Then I'm gonna get my work permit over there. They're gonna tell you we don't do work permits over here. You got to go back to Thailand. But see, the Thai immigration in Japan, they don't know about you having to go to Laos to get your permit. They probably don't even know that. If they did know, they're gonna tell you, "Hey, we don't do work permits over here. You're supposed to go to, or we don't do B visas over here. Excuse me. You're supposed to go to Laos for that. You don't come over here for that." All right. But people don't listen and they run up on the internet. Guys, we really in a jam. We're really in a jam. We need y'all to donate. These racist ass people, they're gonna put racism into it. These racist ass people, they kicked us out the country. They don't want to see black people live over here. We're making all this money and living our lives on TikTok, living our best life. They kicked us out and we going in and out. Nobody ever told us anything. And that's bullshit. All right. So part one is the visa. Part two, we're going to talk about scouting for accommodation. All right. We need to make this how to move in Thailand. This, and I know some people, they probably going to misread. It's how to move in Thailand, not how to move to Thailand. So this seems like how to move to Thailand right now, but I'm going to show you how to carry yourself in Thailand. That's what this is really about. Right? But this is pre-planning. Because let me tell you, a lot of guys, and for people who are in Thailand right now, this is your chance to actually do things the right way. Right? So if you showed up on a landed visa and you're not working, you don't have a business visa, you're not going to school, and you've been there for about 4 months, this is your chance to start the Thai elite visa process. This is your chance. So you don't get kicked out and then all the stuff that you acquired in Thailand, you got to leave it behind because you couldn't bring it with you on a plane. You just bought a backpack with you to travel in and out, and all your laptop, your computers, your camera, right, your clothes, your shoes, it's all left in the condo in Thailand, right? And immigration are going to tell you, nah, we're going to deport you and you're not going to be able to get that back. Talk to the landlord and work something out with him while you're in your home country. And to get your shit shipped back to your home country, it's going to cost so much money, it's not even going to be worth it. And then especially if you're a content creator, tell them, hey, disconnect my light and all these cords from this wall and then put all the cords in this box, and there's a case for the camera over here and there's a case for that light over here, and then that computer, just put it in here. He's going to be, man, fuck all that. That's what they're going to do. That's what I would do. You want me to send all this stuff back to you and you want me to ship it to you a certain way? Hey, pay me this much money to do it for you. And then you got to pay for the shipment fee on top of that. This is too much. All your dirty drawers is over here, used condoms in the fucking trash can. Your jack off washcloth is over here. Your lotion is over here. No. I'm not. No. You got kicked out. I'm throwing this all away and I'm going to move somebody else in here tonight. All right. Well, that's all for today. We'll continue with part two tomorrow. How to move in Thailand. Part two tomorrow. We're going to talk about accommodation, looking for the best accommodation, what websites to use, and should you pay your rent out for the entire year. All right. I'm over them out. You guys take care. Peace.